So you're moving to Baltimore City. You have a $300,000 budget. You are priced out of Hamden, but you want to be in a cool, artsy, eclectic neighborhood. We think Remington is a great spot for that price point. Now, please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you like this content. We're going to go over all of the important data points in the 21211 zip code that Remington resides in. We're going to go over all the different types of real estate, and there aren't a lot of options in Remington that you can buy. And then we're going to talk about what you can get for $300,000 in Remington. I'm here with Nick, Megan, Caitlin. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Tell me why you guys love Remington.
Oh, well, I mean, our house is a big draw. That's a big one for me. It's right next to the Baltimore Museum of Art, too, which is one of my favorite places to take people from out of town.
I love the style of homes. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very like just, row homes, townhome styles. But like when you walk inside or like any listing that's there, if it's renovated, it's so warm and like has those earthy, industrial, exposed brick. Like it just, that is what screams Remington to me.
Yeah. As a self-proclaimed gourmand, it's really becoming like a really nice hub for really cool restaurants. I mean, you have, Clavel, WC Harlem, which is a really cool speakeasy. You have like Suite 27, our house, like you said, that has all these, cool little places. And probably my favorite concert venue is in Remington, the Auto Bar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just went over all my spots. I love Wyman. Wyman Park is a great green space between Remington and Hamden and Johns Hopkins. It's really a gem of a green space. I don't think a lot of people realize what a nice park it is. It's multi-level, really cool. Let's jump into the data. So we're going to talk about 21211, which is the zip code that also includes Hamden. It includes Remington, includes a couple different neighborhoods, and then Remington itself. So what's going on in Remington?
Well, in that zip code specifically, new listings are down 3% month over month and 37% year over year. So definitely we're seeing the same kind of inventory shortage that we're seeing across the board right now. In Remington specifically, there are not any actual active listings. The only two are under contract.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And average days on market, 15, which is pretty much on the lower side of where we're seeing honestly anywhere.
Right.
And again, with the low inventory, once one goes on, especially in Remington, I mean, they're under contract within 7 days at the most.
Right. So in the zip code, new pendings are down in the month of May, year over year, 17%, and closed sales are down 17% as well. Nice thing though, closed sales in 21211 is up 50% month over month from April to May. So it's at from 25 to 38. So there was a little bit of an upswing there.
That little spring market.
Yeah, the spring market jump. Yeah,
Little pop.
for sure.
Now, Remington to me, Remington to a lot of people became the more affordable alternative to Hamden, and it's a very similar vibe. It's like almost Hamden-like kind of, right? But it's become, and I kind of think of it as like when Locust Point kind of rode the coattails of Federal Hill, and now Locust Point is its own neighborhood that people are looking for. So Remington has grown up into like people are looking to be in Remington. It's not like just
it's matured.
Yeah, just as a community, it's really on the map. It was like for years as Hamden started getting more and more expensive, getting more and more popular, Remington became like this affordable alternative, and then it started getting built up in the restaurant scene and everything, and now it's its own neighborhood, just like Locust Point is to Federal Hill, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this can be a short conversation about the types of real estate that you can get in Remington.
Yeah.
What
Different type of row homes.
Yeah. So
Would you like a row home or
a row home?
a row home?
So smaller row home, 700 square feet, 1,000 square foot. What kind of price range are we looking at in Remington?
Well, usually probably like that, like you said, 700 to 1,000 square feet. Anywhere between anywhere between like 80K to max maybe 220. 80K, you're getting like
Something needs
shell
right?
or
Yes.
like
Needs
needs
a lot
a
of
major
work.
rehab, and 220 you're getting something that's relatively newly updated and renovated.
And then this might actually extend into three categories, because then now you have like the 1,200 square foot to say 2,000 square foot row home, you might have a parking pad, you might have a courtyard, you may have a finished basement. You probably have 3 bedrooms, at least 2 full baths. What kind
Right.
of price ranges are we talking about that?
Pushing 300,000.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean there isn't really much in that 250 to 300 range now. Obviously, like we had touched on, there's no active listings and even no pendings in there. But we've seen the past couple years, you're looking at anywhere between like 250 to just a touch above 300 for a 3.2 with 1,200 plus square feet.
And that price range is kind of where that neighborhood caps out. I mean, since January, $340,000 was like the most expensive home that
the
closed.
outlier,
Yeah,
like,
that was
really
it.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a popular neighborhood for investors. There's definitely inventory for rental properties, but we have been seeing over the last 10 years people buying and flipping and renovating, and that's become a thing. And it's kind of really built up and created more of the types of nicer housing that you would see in some of the more popular historically longer, more popular neighborhoods like Canton and Fells Point, where the rehabbers are coming in and doing really nice product.
And it's creating a good neighborhood identity because the houses have been, it was a neglected neighborhood for a very long time. And the bleed over from Hamden has really put a lot of life into that neighborhood. So it is, it's in an increasing neighborhood in terms of, not only inventory, where it's completely livable, but, creating like more affordable options.
Yeah.
What can you get? It sounds like you get something pretty nice in Remington for 300.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you want. So you can get something that, maybe has because most of the houses are built like back in the early 1900s. So you can get one that, has 3 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bedrooms. That's not completely updated, probably right around 300. And then you can also get one that's completely gutted and beautifully, like you said, fully finished basement for 330, up to 350.
Right. So the unrenovated would be like maybe larger, but not renovated, kind of deal to make it priced up at 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of
Versus-
them have little backyards. Well, backyards is like a little
Patios,
patio, but
Yeah.
it's good. Little cute front porches.
I think that's one of the things that really differentiates like the Remington Hamden area from like the Fed Hill Canton is like they're more like porch. You're more likely to have like a little bit more of a yard, a little bit more green space.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, I went to lunch at our house just 2 days ago, and I would love living next to our house. I mean, we had Korean food, you got Hawaiian food, you got all these. I mean, it's like being in a food court, right?
My friend lives on Huntington, and we will go get lunch at our house all the time.
And it's a who's who
Dangerous.
in Baltimore. I tell you, there were prominent politicians, there were some famous people in there. Really kind of cool scene because that wasn't even there 5 years ago.
Yeah. It used to be that Paper Moon Diner was like that was like the cool thing to go do.
It's still
in
the cool
Remington.
thing.
Yeah,
It
still a very
is.
cool thing.
It still is, okay, but like that used
Our
to
house is
be
now,
like
the
the
Lux.
thing. Yeah.
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 So, Nick, Megan, Caitlin, myself, we're real estate agents, and in this description, we're gonna put in there the 21211 data, so you can see all the important data points. Come back to this, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're also we have our buyer resource center and our seller resource center links in there. So if you're looking in Remington, you really got to be in your game. You got to set up auto email searches. You got to be prepared. And these guys are really excellent. Our office is in Fells Point. We work in all the neighborhoods in the city. We love Remington. I offer any excuse to get into Remington. So again, like this video if you like it. Want to see some more? We will see you next episode. Take care.